The character of Luke Skywalker has got to be one of the most beloved characters in the Star Wars franchise, and so today let's go over Star Wars Episode 9. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set designs, the set leaks, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. I wanted to go over one of which that has all to do with the character of Luke Skywalker, and it's very interesting stuff for sure. Now, specifically, Mark Hamill is all set and ready to shoot a scene with Adam Driver during the second week of November for a sequence that will involve both characters, Luke and Kylo Ren, inside of a set that so far seems to be the interior of an ancient structure. This could be a Jedi temple or the ruins of a certain sacred place. Pyrotechnics will be used for the scene, as well as a large green screen for Hamill, suggesting that this is a scene that will turn Mark into a transparent Force ghost of sorts. Now, other parts of the set include cobblestone stairways and tropical trees that are slightly warped. It is said to be an emotional sequence for both characters and not an action sequence. It will take 3 days to shoot and will be dialogue heavy. So I wanted to get into this a little bit more involving Star Wars Episode 9, the character of Luke and Kylo Ren. Could this very well be an extension of what we saw in The Last Jedi, the little glimpse of Luke Skywalker hinting to the fans that we would see him once again interacting with Kylo Ren when he says, "See ya around, kid." Now, did that actually mean that he was going to see Kylo Ren in Episode 9, or is that just kind of like a see ya around forever type of piece of dialogue? We're not quite sure, but according to all of this, guys, very interesting stuff for sure. It seems as so that we will be getting that scene between both Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker, both uncle and nephew. And having more of the family aspect in a Star Wars film is a good thing, because I feel like it wasn't as heavy as it was in the original trilogy, and of course in the sequel trilogy. We should definitely see more of this coming into play here, involving both uncle and nephew. Now, with that as an exception, alright, if you look at everything here involving Episode 9 between both Luke and Kylo Ren, I gotta say, you know, I don't know if they're gonna do an action sequence. I'm not quite sure if they ever could, because Luke's a Force ghost now, apparently, because he's doing scenes in front of a green screen, suggesting that they will be chroma keying him out and dropping down the opacity and adding in all the different effects to Luke as a character, kind of like how they did with Yoda and other actors that portrayed different Force ghosts. So, Star Wars Episode 9 as a whole, we're not quite sure exactly where they are in this set. It could very well be the sequence over at Black Park that we have been hearing about. I'm not quite sure if you guys remember this, but there's a set called Black Park over in the UK that they're filming Episode 9 for, and it's a large jungle world. And to me, you know, hearing tropical trees being inserted into this and cobblestone stairways, it definitely does sound like an ancient Jedi temple, in my opinion, but I could be wrong about that. But this sequence between both Luke and Kylo Ren, it seems like it may very well be a reunion scene once again. It could be some years after the events of The Last Jedi. Again, there's a big rumor that this movie is going to take place 5 years after The Last Jedi. So with that being said, alright, looking at everything else here involving Episode 9, I think what's really interesting to me is if you look at both uncle and nephew, Kylo Ren and Luke, you're going to get to have more interaction between these two characters. You're going to get more of that. You know, the family aspect in The Force Awakens was, of course, the whole Han, Leia, and Ben Solo thing. And then in The Last Jedi, it kind of tapped into both Luke and Kylo, but it wasn't as heavy. Now going into Episode 9, I think that we could expect something similar in a sense between both Luke and Vader in Return of the Jedi, where in this part, it's going to be both Kylo Ren and Luke as a Force ghost. Maybe the Force ghost of Luke is going to try to redeem Kylo, and that's their own little spin on things here. I would like that personally, but of course, we all want Luke alive. I think that's pretty much a known fact here. Almost all of the hardcore fans want to see Luke Skywalker come back to life. I know a lot of you guys aren't all that excited because of a Force Ghost version of Luke Skywalker. I totally get that. But I'm going to wait it out and see exactly what they have in store. Maybe Mark Hamill being in front of a green screen doesn't mean he's a Force ghost. It could mean something else for all we know. Maybe they're really going to do something completely different and surprise and shock the fans. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.